On today's episode, we recap the Mariners series, see what's happening down on the farm, and preview the upcoming series against the Rangers. You're listening to the Bucco Bantr podcast brought to you by the Just Baseball Media Network. Scotty, cue the music.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates or the steak by the plates.
Adam, welcome back. We are here after a road trip that we took to see another ballpark. Cross one off our list while the Pirates were in town. Unfortunately, we weren't at the Pirates games this weekend, but yeah, let's talk about our road trip real quick.
Real quick, we did get to listen to the Pirates games.
We did.
On the car ride there and then on the car ride back. One happy car ride, one very sad car ride. And then in the middle, we watched it on our phone while we were at Comerica. So best of both worlds, live baseball and baseball on your phone. Comerica was nice, man.
Underrated. I was going in with lower expectations, just how you see ballparks on TV, how they look and whatnot. But yeah, it was very nice concourse area. I thought it was an underrated ballpark. It was built in that age of ballparks like Camden Yards and PNC Park. I think PNC Park, obviously, we're biased. This has been kept up a lot nicer, but highly recommend a trip to Comerica. It sits right in the middle of downtown. A lot of different food options in the ballpark. It was a great viewing experience. We saw them play the Yankees. It was kind of a big series because now they're playing tonight as we record in Williamsport for the Little League Classic that goes on every year. So yeah, I think we gave it a grade. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. It's above average.
Yeah, I said 6 out of 10 too. 6, 7 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with the park, right? Yeah. Like you said, the concourse is nice. There's some nice viewing areas. We found the Miller Lite Bar. Hallelujah. I enjoyed my time there. The weather was all right. We had some great seats. Ballpark pretzel, 10 out of 10. Best pretzel I've had at a ballpark.
The best pretzel. Yeah, by far.
Unbelievable. We got to get that recipe and bring it to PNC Park because that was so good. We had the beer bats, all around good experience. It's walkable in the city. Needs to be more tigers around the park.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, there's tigers everywhere. Yeah,
outside the park, plenty of tigers.
Yeah,
more tigers in the park. Like whatever you think is too many tigers, times that by 5.
Well, our friend Adam brought up that the logo I think needs more tigers in it. Like the logo that they had, the tiger crawling out of the D, that's super dope. And they have that old school logo with just the tiger face. Really cool. I think they need to incorporate more of the tiger in the logo. But I'm a sucker for like classic uniforms, like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Tigers, just the white and navy with that classic D. I think it just looks really good.
Big ballpark too.
Huge. That outfield is massive.
Lot of room to roam out there. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going back anytime soon.
No.
But I'm glad we got to mark it off our list. Drivable. There and back. Really fun.
Adam, before we continue, we had a big announcement on Friday.
We did have a big announcement. Let's talk about it. I almost forgot.
Yeah, me too. I was like, we should probably talk about that.
a lot has happened. We've known about this for the past, well, probably since the trade deadline.
Yeah.
That this was a possibility. Mm-hmm. Our good friend Jack at Just Baseball, we had him on for the trade deadline episode, and then we talked about the possibility of joining Just Baseball. Took a little bit to materialize and have some meetings and hammer out the details, but we are officially a part of the Just Baseball Media Network, and we cannot be more excited. Feels good to say that on air.
I've been really excited to announce that, and man, it was awesome signing the deal with them and being a part of a network where we can just grow together. Just Baseball is awesome. I've been listening to them, for a while now. And yeah, I'm really excited to work with Aram, Peter, Jack, especially being a Pirates guy. He's a broadcaster for the AAA team. I'm really excited what comes next. I'm really proud of us too, Adam. I got to say this. I'm going to toot our own horn for a second. We've been going at this for 6 months now, almost. and we're a part of a network now. We're really growing this thing, and we posted that dramatic announcement video, which was I still laugh at, but we are here to stay, like I said, and when we both said we are here to stay, and I'm really excited for what's next for Bucco Bantr.
Absolutely. Got to keep climbing the ladder. And this gives us the best opportunity to do that, whether it's just resources, connections, putting out more content. It gives us a bigger platform, more opportunities to put out better content. And Jack being a part of the pirate system doesn't hurt, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, Jack's been a great resource for us, and ever since we made that connection with him, man, I'm really excited. He might be making a trip to Pittsburgh soon. So excited to see him at PNC Park after the AAA season's over. But yeah, man, I'm just excited.
It's awesome. And shout out to everybody in the Just Baseball community that reached out to us.
Very welcoming.
Very, very welcoming. I mean, tons and tons of writers and podcasts followed us, just congratulated us. So really looking forward to making even more connections within that network and just taking this thing all the way to the moon.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely ready. That being said, let's go through some transactions real quick, Scott. Signed right-handed pitcher Bo Sulser to a minor league contract. You know
He's
anything
back.
about that?
Yeah, I saw that, to a minor league contract. I believe he was in our system before because I saw that he's coming back. I believe he's the brother of Cole Sulser, who's another reliever who played for the Orioles and Marlins to my recent knowledge, also the Diamondbacks. But yeah, just I think it's depth. Like they need another arm at an affiliate, and they brought him in.
Josh Walker cleared waivers. They brought him back, left-handed pitcher, signed him to a minor league contract. Alika recalled from Indianapolis after the scare with O'Neill Cruz. He seems to be okay. And then Kutch placed on the 10-day IL with left knee inflammation. He's been battling, man, for the past couple weeks, maybe even longer. And he's been playing. So he took himself out of the game right away. After it happened, you knew something was wrong. Luckily, it's just inflammation. Whether this 10-day IL stint turns into something longer, depending on how the season's going, I don't know. You got to be careful with him. But not much else happened from that. They did win this week. So
we saw a W. I totally forgot that we did the 3 stars because we hadn't done them in a while. So yeah. Friday night, we're driving to Detroit, and you're like, do you have the 3 stars ready? I'm like, the what? No. But no, it was good to see them win. And it was a interesting series because I feel like these two teams are pretty similar, where pitching is strong. Obviously, I think the Mariners' rotation is the best in the league. But they're pitching strong. They struggle offensively. And the Mariners, since they were leading the AL West for a while because the Astros got off to that really slow start, they have hit a snag just like the Pirates recently, and it carried into this first series. So should we get into it?
Let's get into it. Monday or Friday, I should say.
We're doing each series now, Adam.
Each series, yeah. My God. A lot of new things happening over here. Friday versus the Mariners, 5-3. Buccos versus Logan Gilbert. Paul Skeens took the mound, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned, 4 walks, 6 Ks. Gave up a home run, 2.3 ERA, and 10 whiffs. Fastball is down a tick. Spin was down, 73% zone swing rate. So, people are making contact, right?
4 walks too. 4 walks is not usual for him.
4 walks. I mean, that's kind of been trending in that direction for the past couple of weeks now. A little bit slower velocity. Maybe he's starting to pitch even more instead of just throwing. I'm never saying he was just throwing. I mean, he's always been very calculated, but it is noticeable that the velo is down a little bit. Went to the curveball 20 times. Let's talk about that because I think he's thrown the curveball maybe in one game like 5 times.
Yeah.
20 times is a lot. It's easily the most all season. Is that a necessary adjustment, or is that just not being comfortable? I'm interested to find out why such a dramatic increase.
I want to dive into that pitch a little bit more too, like on Baseball Savant. Maybe it was a matchup thing. Was he starting to throw that more in previous starts too?
Not really. No. So the sinker, the splinker was the 3rd most thrown pitch. 56 strikes on 93 pitches. Not the best Paul Skeens start, but also Not a bad start.
No.
Which brings me to just a little bit of a side note, Scott. He's at 98 innings right now. I know this has been the talk of the week. At LSU, he threw 122 in 2/3 innings. We're at 98 right now.
Yeah.
The big conversation around Paul Skeens right now is, what do the Pirates do moving forward? And after this 10-game skid, that conversation is more relevant, right? Because they've pretty much fallen out of the conversation for the wild card for the time being. It's going to be very difficult to make up that ground, other than having an exceptional next 2 months to end the season. What do they do with Paul Skeens?
It's tough, man. It's in their best interest for him to win NL Rookie of the Year due to, well, the whole new CBA with Rookie of the Year voting and whatnot. He's still going to get, I think if he gets votes too, I think that counts as well. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, it's between him and Jackson Merrill right now. Also, Jared Jones comes back soon. I think he makes one more start in AAA, I think I saw recently. Do they do a IL stint when Jared Jones comes back? I don't know. I think again, there is no proof that innings count is related to injury or predicts injury. I think a large increase from innings from one year to the next, there is statistical significance there. But if he's going to go over that 122, it's just how much over do you want to go? And I think they can manage that. They can skip starts. They could employ a 6-man rotation when Jones comes back. If they fall even further out, do they shut him down? I'm interested to see where they go with this because this is the first time we've never had a Paul Skeens before, and they're not in contention. If they were in contention, it would be a different story. But I don't think anyone really knows what they're going to do here.
Garrett Shelton's kind of danced around the question because he's been asked multiple times. The basic response is, we're going to do what's best for the player. And then when asked, like, okay, what if you're in contention? What if you're falling out? It's more so like, hey, we're going to do what's best for the player. Nobody knows. I'm not a fan of just shutting him down.
Yeah, me neither.
I think you need to allow him to build up and get the experience and finish out the year. I am a fan of maybe employing a 6-man rotation, giving an off day, but
hey, rosters expand in
sure
2 weeks. So
that, I think that's more of a possibility than just shutting him down. He might need a skip start though, because it does seem like maybe there is some fatigue, or it's just maybe it's a long season. So we'll see how that plays out. But you had a bullpen of Kyle Nicholas, Aroldis Chapman, and David Bednar. Chapman, 1-inning pitch, strikeout, and a double play. David Bednar didn't blow it, but 1-inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 Ks, and a home run. The home run was the lead off the inning to Polanco, I believe. Scott, he's given up at least 1 run in the past 6 outings.
Yeah.
His expected ERA is 4.63. He's barreled at 10.6%. Last year, he was barreled at 5.2%. That's a significant increase.
I think his start to the season and then this recent stretch inflate those numbers, which it's a significant part of his season, right? But yeah, it's a little bit concerning. And I'm also not a fan, and I'm sure you're going to get into this. I'm not a fan of Shelton's approach of, hey, keep throwing these guys in high leverage situations, because I don't think that works. I think you're looking at more long-term damage doing that. It's a case-by-case basis, right? But we talked about this at the beginning of the season when they're doing it with Bednar, and he even said with Holderman, he's going to keep throwing him in those situations. I don't think you're doing those guys favors by doing that.
Expected batting average is 241, the highest since 2020. He's given up 6 home runs to lefties, which we have another very good lefty right now in the bullpen in Aroldis Chapman. Do you see where the lineup's going, and then do a little bit more of a closer by committee situation here?
Even the some of the best teams in the league do closer by committee, and I don't really see the opposition to it when your closer's struggling.
Bednar's been his best when his fastball is up in the zone. That heavy fastball has a little bit of rise to it, but he's just been missing middle.
Yeah.
That fastball does not do you any good 98 flat down the plate. I think he's just simply missing spots. And luckily it did not hurt us here, but it has hurt us in the past. And I think the conversation has to be had on what you do moving forward, considering he's just kind of been in this downtrend all year. I mean, there was that streak of saves. I mean, he was giving up hits and some runs during those as well, but wasn't blowing any saves. And then recently it's been bad. Let's go to the offense real quick. IKF has been awesome. He had 2 hits in this one. Cruz had 2 RBIs. Kutch left this game with the knee injury. Grandal with a 5th inning home run where he absolutely pimped the fucking shit out of it. I mean,
he has some of the best bat drops.
Yeah, you'd think he's hit 50 home runs on the year. Team 2 for 9 runners in scoring position, 6 left on base, 2 walks, 9 Ks, 8 hits. Finally break the losing streak, Scott. Like I said, Kutch went down with an injury. Cruz re-injured the ankle. He seems fine, but Alika was recalled right after that. We had a brief conversation, and I know Twitter did, about why not getting Cook or York up here after. And I guess O'Neill staying on the roster maybe further explains that a little bit. But I think the conversation probably is going to continue to be pushed on why those guys are not going to get a call up.
So O'Neill staying on the roster would make me argue more for York and Cook, because what's Alika's role when you have Triolo and you have IKF, especially, that can play shortstop?
I agree. And Triolo could play. You said Triolo could play short as well, right?
In a pinch. Pinch. But like IKF can play a serviceable shortstop. So yeah, we were talking about it too. Like, I don't see the reason why they're not bringing up York and Cook, but we'll get into that on Down on the Farm, because we have some ideas, or we had some thoughts that we shared this weekend about that. Should we get into Saturday?
Go for it.
All right, Saturday, 7-2 win versus the Mariners. We went 2 in a row. Bailey Falter was on the mound. No, nice guy. 5 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 0 walks, 8 Ks. Not a big strikeout guy, 8 Ks. He generated 16 whiffs. That's got to be a high for him on the season. 4.02 ERA. Kyle Nicholas finished that 6th inning through a third of an inning, 1 K. His ERA is down to 2.84. He's just been amazing this last month or two. Dennis Santana, 2 innings, 3 Ks. Domingo Herman did not throw a full inning. He walked a guy, and he was not able to get an out. They took him out. And then Bednar finished off the game with an inning and 2 Ks. Didn't give up a run this time. IKF stayed scorching hot. His average is up to 293. He went 3 for 4 with his 8th home run of the season and an RBI. Rowdy Tellez went 2 for 4 with a double and a home run, his 10th on the year, 3 RBIs. Still thought that home run number would be much higher this year, but he's hitting 250. I'll take that from Rowdy Tellez. Triolo hit his 5th home run of the season. He's still at the Mendoza line. Been a disappointing season for Triolo. We were both, or especially myself, very high on him this year. And Joey Bart, 2 doubles. He's just been the best hitter on this team through this bad stretch through most of this summer. Without him, I think this team would be a lot worse. We might have found our catcher 1 moving forward. A very strong possibility that we did.
I think that's safe to say. He's been absolutely incredible. Bailey Falter, also very good in this one. A lot of out of the zone swings on this.
Yeah.
The 4-seam, 33 out of the zone swings, and then the slider, 44 out of the zone swings. So keeping people off balance, that high rise fastball at the top of the zone. He looks like he's getting back to that form that he was in the beginning of the year, when he was pretty much unhittable.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's huge from him. 8 Ks, 4.02 ERA on the year. I mean, Bailey Falter's been a pleasant surprise. And I wonder what his role is going to be next year. That's something we also debated this weekend. We've got some guys coming up, and we'll talk about that too down on the farm, but we have some arms. This rotation is going to be scary next year. I'll just say that much. But to finish off this game Saturday, 9 hits total, 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position, only 4 left on base and 9 Ks. So the bats were out. collected the second hit in a row, second win in a row. But on to Sunday.
Oh man. 10-3 versus George Kirby. This was over when it started, man. First inning, they got off to a 2-0 start. Woodford, a 4 innings pitch, 9 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, 2 home runs. He's got a 6.67 ERA. I'll give him this. Hasn't had the best defense behind him anytime he's taken the mound.
Yeah.
I mean, he still had 5 earned, but Triolo had a couple of plays that weren't considered errors that should have been made. O'Neill Cruz collected another throwing error that allowed a run to move over. Just not great, but he also had a bullpen of Ryder Ryan, Ben Heller, and Jalen Beeks on this one. So the real all-star squad coming out. 2 2/3 for Ryder Ryan, 4 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, 1 K, 1 home run. Ben Heller, 1 1/3, 1 walk, 1 K. Jalen Beeks closed it out with an innings pitch and 1 K. Joey Bart stayed hot. Again, 2-run home run, absolutely crushed opposite field. Cruz collected 2 hits, Bay with 1 hit. They scored the 3rd run on a pass ball as a team, 5 Ks, which is not bad considering all things. 5 strikeouts, I'll take it. 2 walks, 0 for 7 runners in scoring position. That sucks. 4 left on base. O'Neill Cruz committed his 24th error on the season. The only player with more errors is Ellie De La Cruz. I think he has 27 on the year.
I didn't
26 or 27, yeah. I guess the conversation continues. It was brought up this week. People asked Sherrington, what's the plan? The plan is to keep O'Neill at shortstop. There's really no other better options.
But did we expect a different answer in that?
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, they're going to give you coach speak. But I do agree to a certain extent. Right now, O'Neill Cruz is your best day-to-day option, keeping him in the lineup.
Yeah.
If you're going to keep him, obviously, you're going to keep him in the lineup. He's got to play shortstop.
It's a conversation and a debate that's going to be had in the offseason and for the foreseeable future, because I think you can make strong arguments that he's not a shortstop long term. And we can also make the argument, and I think we were talking about this weekend, that there is no precedent for a 6'7" shortstop. So acting like you know what his future is no one knows. So it's going to be debated at length going forward. But for now, keep him at shortstop, especially when you're not probably falling out of contention. Get him reps, see what happens.
All right. Well, 2 out of 3. Not bad after the 10-game skid. Let's go see what's happening down on the farm, though. Scott, why don't you get it kicked off with Indianapolis?
Yeah, so Indianapolis was home this week, and this team has had a resurgence, man. They were like 20 games below 500, I feel like, not long ago. They're 57 and 59 now. They played the St. Paul Saints. I was just in St. Paul at a game, saw their facility like last weekend. And I think they won all but one this week. Henry Davis had a big week. He went 9 for 19, 4 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a double, a homer, 4 walks, 3 Ks, 3 stolen bases. His average is at 318 on the year. Nick York went 7 for 22 with 2 doubles, stolen base. He's at 324. And Billy Cook, 8 for 18, 3 runs, 4 RBIs, a double, a homer, and a stolen base. He's at 295. Billy Cook has been a pleasant surprise, and we'll talk more about that here in a second. Tuesday, Luis Cessa, 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 and runs, 5 walks, 3 Ks. Billy Cook had a grand slam in the 7th. It was his 13th on the year. Billy Cook, the guy who didn't he just get reps at first base yesterday?
Yes. Was that York?
I think it was Cook.
Okay.
I think it was Cook, but I think I brought up on a previous episode that York or Cook, I might have said both. Do you try him at first base? Because there's a lot of question marks for next year and the future on who's going to be the first baseman and where you're going to put guys. Billy Cook's going to hit like that. Worth a shot. Wednesday, Jared Jones had a rehab start, 3 1/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Don't know really what's going on there, if he's just working on stuff. But yeah, he's been hit around a little bit in these rehab starts. I think he's got 1 more, according to I think it was the presser with Ben this week. On Thursday, Burrows went 1 inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks, and a home run. Not sure if he was just taken out early or what happened there. But Brady Feigl came in, and he's a guy that I think Jack told us you need, like, he's a guy that should get a shot because he's disgusting. Lefty, 2 innings, 1 hit, 6 Ks. 6 Ks, those were all his outs in 2 innings. And Nick York went 3 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. Friday, the debut in Indianapolis, not his AAA debut, but at home for Bubba Chandler. 6 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 11 Ks. Yeah. Bubba Chandler's here. He's one of, we just got Paul Skeens up. He graduated as a prospect, obviously, but Bubba Chandler is going to be a top pitching prospect in this whole league, not just for the Pirates, in this whole league. He is here and he's made it up pretty quickly. Then Saturday, Thomas Harrington, another pitching prospect, went 7 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 Ks. He's settled in nicely in AAA. Billy Cook went 3 for 4 with a double. And then today, Hank went 2 for 3, hit his 13th home run of the season with an RBI. Matt Gorski, Indianapolis native, went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a walk-off home run, his 18th on the year. He's hitting like 245. Didn't know that Matt Gorski was from Indianapolis, but exciting game for him. They won 7-6. That is all for AAA.
Let's go to AA. Altoona versus the Bowie Bay Sox, the AA affiliate for the Orioles. Tuesday, Frazier, Gutierrez, Tres Gonzalez all collected 2 hits in a 5-0 loss. And then Wednesday, Anthony Solometo took the mound again, 3 2/3, 1 hit, 3 earned, 4 walks, 3 Ks. Thursday, Kervin Pichardo went 2 for 4 with a triple. He's hitting 275 on the year. And then Jace Bowen, who has struggled for the most part, fell out of the top 30 prospects in MLB pipeline, hit a walk-off home run for his 6th on the season. Saturday, Sammy Siani, a former first rounder, goes 3 for 4, 4 runs scored with a triple, and his average is up to 253. Scott, let's go to Greensboro.
Greensboro this week was at Bowling Green, the Rays single A affiliate. Lamar Johnson went 4 for 15, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a home run, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Mitch Jebb went 5 for 15. He's had a hot stretch here. 1 run, 1 RBI, 3 walks. Not too much on the bases this week for Mitch Jebb. But Tuesday, Derek Diamond threw 4 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 4 Ks, 2 homers. Hasn't been a good past couple starts for Derek Diamond. Alessandro Urcolani came in relief for 3 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. Friday, Carlson Reed went 4 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, his first run given up in Greensboro, in 5 Ks. And then today, Termarr Johnson hit his 12th home run of the season, absolutely crushed. A lot of angry people online at his slow trot around the bases. The boomer in me wants to say, yeah, it was a little too slow, but hey, man, have fun with it. He crushed that ball, and hopefully he can end the season strong here. He's at 235 as of today. Would like to see that average get up a little bit, but he's had a better summer than his first 2 months.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to Bradenton, where there are a ton of new faces, as we mentioned last week, versus the Dunedin Blue Jays, the low A affiliate for the Blue Jays. Johnny Severino, 5 for 19 on the week, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, a home run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a stolen base. He's hitting 302 to start his professional career. Tuesday, Xander Muth, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. And then Connor Grief.
I got to look that up because I had no idea how to pronounce it, but he was just a recent pick.
All right. Debuted 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 3 Ks. I did see the video, looked really good.
Nasty.
Yeah, 2024 7th round pick out of Minnesota. And then as Merlin Valdez and Axiel Plaz collected 2 hits on Tuesday, Will Taylor, the outfielder from Clemson in the 5th round, debuted 0 for 3 with a walk. Wednesday, Michael Kennedy, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And then Johnny Severino went 2 for 4 with a double and a home run, his 2nd on the season. Thursday, Christian Curtis, 3 2/3, 1 hit, no earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks.
Let's go.
He's back. Let's go, Christian. And then Taylor, 1 for 4, 2 runs, home run, 4 RBIs that came on a grand slam for his first big league hit. The ball was crushed. He has a lot of talent. That's an athlete you're betting on to figure it out. Saturday, Wheat Grief again we'll figure out that pronunciation. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks, gave up a home run. And then Braylon Bishop hit a mammoth home run for his 5th on the year. And Severino went 2 for 4 with a stolen base. That wraps up Bradenton. Scott, let's get to our minor league player of the week. I think this is going to be a Bucco Bantr record here.
3 times in a row. Might be his 4th on the season total.
Yeah.
But I think it's 3 weeks in a row. It's Bubba Chandler. I mean, how can we not give it to him? I mean, it's tough to ignore Billy Cook and Nick York, what they're doing, what Johnny Severino's doing down in Bradenton. But Bubba Chandler has moved up to AAA so quickly. He 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs, 11 Ks. I mean, we were tracking it on our drive up to Detroit. I was like, he's at the 4th inning. He has like 9 Ks. Then he finished with 11 into 6. Huge, man, huge. He's one of the best pitching prospects in baseball. He's going to be in this Pirates rotation at some point next year. And yeah, big shout out to him, man. 3 in a row.
3 in a row. I believe you're right. It's 4 on the year. Bubba, hit us up. We'll send you a shirt or something, man. I mean, this is like this is outstanding stuff, right? Has anyone else come close? Maybe Skeens.
Probably Skeens for pitcher of the week, yeah, for sure.
Right.
But yeah, we might need to make Bubba merch. Might be in our future.
We'll get in the lab. As we record this, Scott, the boys are heading down to Arlington for a 3-game series Monday through Wednesday against the Texas Rangers. The 56-68 Texas Rangers, 3rd in the AL West. They're now 11.5 out of first place, 12.5 out of the wild card. So you thought the Pirates were doing bad, and you've set expectations high. Imagine being a Texas Rangers fan right now.
Yeah, man, they reigning World Series champions, and they had injuries for sure, but they've definitely underperformed from last year.
Yeah, they've lost. I don't know what today's game final is, but they lost 11 out of 15 coming into today.
They're 57-60.
Okay, so still not great. They're coming off a series loss to the Twins. Monday, you have Luis Ortiz taking the mound versus TBD, everybody's favorite pitcher. Tuesday, Mitch Keller with a 3.95 ERA is going against Cody Bradford, who is 4-0 right now with a 3.50 ERA in 36 innings pitched. At home this year, Cody Bradford has a 2.48 ERA compared to a road ERA of 7.71. Likely going to see a righty-heavy lineup on Tuesday. Gets a lot of soft contact. His average exit velocity is 90. So think what
O'Neill's going to be sitting that day.
Yeah. It's that or hitting at the bottom of the lineup. He has really good extension. He's in the top of the league of just working down the mound. Think Bailey Falter. The velo on the fastball usually sits around 90 with Bradford. Uses his fastball 52% of the time. So it's really going to get you a little bit more deception, and with that extension to get in on you a little bit more. Other than that, he throws a changeup, a curveball, a slider, and a cutter. He goes to the change 28% of the time. So really, you're seeing fastball, changeup. A lot of soft contact. Let's see what lineup they go with. And then Wednesday, TBD versus TBD.
I feel like Domingo Herman's going to get a start. I have a bad feeling.
Who did not pitch well this week.
No.
Did not pitch well. This could be a good time for the Pirates to get a couple of wins against a struggling team. Both teams are, yeah.
They did it against Seattle, and I just want to point out the schedule's been weird this month. It's been brutal for the Pirates. I'm not making excuses for them, but they had that West Coast road trip, and then they come back and they have 1 series at home, and then they go back to Texas, and then they start a 4-game series against the Reds on Thursday at home. So they're travel back. It's been kind of a crazy schedule for them, but yeah, this is like you said, the Rangers, on paper, or looking at their roster, should be a lot better than they are. They've struggled. Let's expose that. Let's jump on them early with Ortiz and Keller, let's steal a couple of wins from a struggling team like we did against Seattle.
Absolutely. After this series, we will recap it on Wednesday of this week, and then we will be at the home series versus the Reds. I know we're
most
going
of those
to,
games.
yeah, we're going to talk about that in the next episode. I'm still getting used to this new schedule of ours. A lot more podcasts, but I'm excited to get back to the ballpark, Scott, because we haven't been in a while with the West Coast trip and then our trip this weekend that we've had planned for quite some time. It's going to be exciting to get back out to the Miller Lite Bar, ask some questions, give away some autographs. The season's coming to an end soon, man. There's not many home series left.
I know. We were just talking about this in the ride home today. I feel like there's not many games left at PNC, and it kind of makes me sad. But let's make the most of them. I'll probably be at majority of the games this weekend against the Reds. You know, and let's have a good series against the Rangers. Let's focus on that series first.
Absolutely.
But before we go on, let's talk about our hitter and pitcher of the week.
You're right. Why don't you give us the pitcher of the week, hitter of the week, whatever you want to choose.
I'll do hitter of the week real quick.
Right.
Let's go to hitter of the week. It's our guy Joey Bart. And Joey Bart has won hitter of the week a couple of times recently. He's had a strong summer for us. But this week, particularly against San Diego and then this series here against Seattle, he was 6 for 19, had 4 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. I got the average close to 280 now. Has been a big part of this offense, this struggling offense, and he's a bright spot for this team. So Joey Bart wins another hitter of the week for Bucco Bantr. Who's our pitcher of the week, Adam?
Bailey Falter, 5 2/3, 8 hits, 2 earned, 8 strikeouts.
Yeah,
that's awesome. He's got a 4.02 ERA. Bailey Falter had 16 whiffs in this game. Bailey Falter had 16 whiffs, only hit hard 3 times. Like we mentioned earlier, a lot of out of the zone swings on the 4-seam and the slider. That's Bailey Falter at the top of his game. So he is our pitcher of the week, Scott. Another great episode. You could find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you stream your podcasts at. And if you want to watch us and look at our stupid faces, go to YouTube. The episode will be up on YouTube, and moving forward, the YouTube experience will be even more improved than this episode. So big things coming there. If you don't already, follow us on Instagram at Bucco Bantr, on Twitter at Bucco Bantr Pod, TikTok at Bucco Bantr. Also on YouTube, you can find all the shorts as well. BuccoBantr.com. Get all of your merch. Look at this, Scott.
Oh man, I am so excited for mine to come in. That is a beautiful shirt.
It's nice too. It's good material. I wanted it. I got an XL little baggy on me. It fits nice and snug. I cannot wait to wear this every day for the rest of my life.
I can't wait to see PNC Park filled with those shirts.
It's going to be unbelievable. That first unwritten when Jared Jones comes back is going to be unmatched.
It absolutely will be.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be screaming at the top of my lungs. For the first time in 10 games, authentically, we can say, let's raise it.
Raise it, baby.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates. And